Welcome to NISH News Weekly Broadcast. Regional News. Kerala has been ranked first in Asia in affordable talent in Global Startup Ecosystem Report (GSER). The state has also been ranked fourth in global ranking in the GSER, drawn up jointly by Policy Advisory and Research Organization Startup Genome and Global Entrepreneurship Network. The GSER was released on June 14 in the backdrop of the ongoing London Tech Week 2022, which brings together global governments and corporate leaders, inspirational startup founders, and investors to discuss the power of technology for societies. A disaster risk reduction management course is to be introduced into the curriculum of the higher education sector of the state to create a strong student community capable of being potential catalysts of change to build resilience in their communities. It will help students understand how to foresee, engage, and adjust to such events by learning the basic skills. The identification of boundaries of all the 26 protected forests of Kerala will begin shortly to earmark the ecologically sensitive zones (ESZ) around them. The Kerala State Remote Sensing and Environment Center will prepare boundary maps in 1:5,000 scale, which will help in precisely marking the boundaries. The steps come as part of the efforts to implement the Supreme Court directive to identify a minimum ESZ of 1 kilometer for all the protected forests. Over to national news. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh announced the Agnipath scheme for the recruitment of youth in the armed forces for 4 years. The process of recruitment will commence in 90 days with a planned intake of 46,000 young men and women this year. This will be the only form of recruitment of soldiers into the three defense services from now. The scheme was aimed at strengthening national security and providing the opportunity to the youth to serve in the armed forces. Recruits under the scheme will be known as Agniveers. After completing 4 years of service, they can apply for regular employment in the armed forces. The Information and Broadcasting Ministry has advised the print, electronic, and digital media to refrain from publishing advertisements of online betting platforms. The online and social media, including the online advertisement intermediaries and publishers, have been told not to display such advertisements in India or target them at Indian audiences. The advisory has been issued in view of a number of advertisements of online betting websites or platforms appearing in print, electronic, social, and online media. The Social Justice and Empowerment Ministry has invited public feedback till July 9, 2022 on the new draft National Policy on Persons with Disabilities (PWD), which proposes interventions in disability prevention, education, healthcare, social security, and accessibility. The draft said that the current national program on the prevention of disabilities run by the Health Ministry focused on traditional causes, but there were other causes of disability such as malnourishment, medical negligence, socio-cultural factors, and impairment caused by disasters. The Rise of Persons with Disabilities Act 2016 also expanded the number of disabilities from 7 to 21. The states and union territories should add a provision on compliance with the RPWD Act when granting permission or recognition to educational institutions. The Ministry of Road Transport and Highways will issue necessary guidelines for making modifications in the personal vehicles being used by the persons with disabilities as per requirement. Feedback and comments can be sent to panda.dk@nic.in and policy.depwd@gmail.com by July 9, 2022. Over to international news. Microsoft retired its 27-year-old browser Internet Explorer on June 14. This browser, debuted in 1995, was the gateway to the world of information and entertainment, but it has been steadily losing its popularity, and on June 15, Microsoft retired it. In the beginning years, this browser had a usage share of 95%. Though it is not available, those who still want to use it could do it through Microsoft's replacement browser Edge. It is an Internet Explorer mode. The World Trade Organization (WTO) started its highest level meeting after 4 years. The issues like pandemic preparedness, food insecurity against the backdrop of Russia's war in Ukraine, and overfishing of the world's seas are on the agenda. The meeting involves more than 120 ministers from 164 member countries who plan to work together to reduce inequality and to ensure fair and free trade. Entertainment news. A team of researchers from the University of Delhi have discovered a unique set of fossilized dinosaur eggs with one egg nesting within the other. While eggs within eggs are a rare phenomenon, they are so far known to occur only in birds and never known in reptiles. This discovery brings out newer connections between reptilian and avian evolution. The findings published in the journal Scientific Reports talks about the egg in egg phenomenon in a dinosaur egg found from the Bagh area of Dhar district in Madhya Pradesh. Dinosaurs of the sauropod family were among the largest land animals that have ever lived and were widespread millions of years ago in the territory that is now India. Fossils of these animals are found in Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, and Meghalaya. With this news, we come to the end of NISH News Weekly broadcast. I am Mona Shah, ISL faculty at NISH, signing the news for you along with Ms. Sylvie Maximena, NISH faculty. See you again next week. Thank you.